4. Brian Wilkinson, Mason Tessier, wind it up off the corner. There's a green flag. We're underway. Down into turn number 1.
I do want to make one correction. The 91 is Ayla Martin, not Ethan Avalar. Anyway, a battle up front between Wilkinson and Tessier. They will drag race for the top spot. Calamity behind them, 4 wide at 1 point across the stripe.
Into turns 1 and 2, side by side for the lead. Wilkinson down on the inside, trying to hang on, while Mason Tessier trying to edge out to the top of the field. He'll lead lap number 2 with the 118 of Chase Silvia on his tail.
Mason Tessier winless in the regular season, just missed the Sunoco drive for the Cup, trying to get his 42 back in victory lane, and tonight could very well be the night. He leads at lap 3 with Wilkinson in tow. Behind them, the 13 of Burns and the 118 of Jake Silvia as the leaders hit 3 and turn off of 4.
Burns turning on the burners down on the inside, looking for some running room. Down to the inside of Jake Silvia, down into turn number 1. They are chasing Mason Tessier down the back straightaway. Wilkinson sitting second. Burns up to third, Silvia fourth, and Wakefield rounding out the top 5.
But up front, it is Mason Tessier large and in charge at lap number 5. Top 6, single files into turn number 3. Wilkinson and Burns dueling for the second spot, but they're still chasing the 42 of Tessier at lap 6.
Across the stripe, deep in the field, the 117 of Jake Silvia working the outside. He and the 99 of your defending champion racing side by side. Richie Helger Jr. down low. And speaking of down low, here comes Burns up into second.
Burns slides in the second position, now just trailing Mason Tessier for the top spot in win number 6 on the season. Behind them, the 118 of Jake Silvia, the 30 of Wilkinson race side by side for the final podium spot. Brody Wakefield rounds out the top 5, 3 wide for 6. Parsons, Helger, and the 117 of Chase Silvia, a triplet down into 3 and 4.
Parsons working the inside lane. Silvia up top. Helger caught in the middle as they cross the stripe right behind Brody Wakefield and Brenden Wilkinson. They come off of turn number 2, and here goes Burns to the outside. Jacob winds up that second lane, looks for the lead off of 4 with 10 laps up on the board.
A battle for the lead as the leaders hit turns 1 and 2 with Jake Burns using the outside groove. Pulls away by half a car length on Mason Tessier for the lead. Turns on the gas, overtakes the top spot from Tessier. He'll lead it at the stripe. Lap number 11, our third leader of the night is Jacob Burns.
Down into turn number 3 they go. Burns edges out, takes over the lead, while Mason Tessier settles into second. Jake Silvia, with his best run so far this year, sits third as they roll down into turn number 1 and 2. Down the backstretch, Wilkinson still holding on a 4th.
It's going to be cross flags this time by 13 on the board. 12 laps to go for the Nicholas Scola Racing car, number 13, and Jacob Burns, running in the Sunoco Drive for the Cup in 3 divisions this year. The Legends on Fridays, the late models on Saturdays, and the Pro Stocks on Saturdays. Would love to get a good start to the playoffs tonight.
Into 3 and 4 they go, and Burns is pulled away from the rest of the field. 10 laps to go this time, 15 up on the board. 3 wide, deep in the pack. It is Vanasse up on the outside, while Chase Silvia works the inside off of turn number 2, and Helger settles in behind trouble. Steve Bowden goes around just at the start-finish line. We are slowed up for the first time. 15 laps up on the board, 10 laps remain. Bowden making his
up on Saturday nights.
Field is set, 10 laps remaining. Jacob Burns ready to bring the field down. Mason Tessier on the outside. Jake Silvia, Brenden Wilkinson, row number 2. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Josh Parsons up inside the top 5, looking for more off of 2.
Burns sitting atop the leaderboard with Tessier and the 118 of Jake Silvia, who has really improved his speed over the last 5 weeks or so, sitting side by side with Tessier, officially in the 3rd spot. Parsons has quietly climbed his way to 4th. Wilkinson and Vanasse duel for the 5th spot, but up front, 8 laps to go for the 13 of Jacob Burns.
Burns trying to hang on. at the top of the leaderboard and still pulls away. Jake Silvia sitting in the number 2 spot. Look at Parsons work that bottom lane up into 4th, 3rd, looking for 2nd at the stripe.
Parsons is going to be even with Tessier as those two hit, or Silvia rather, as those two hit the back straightaway. Vanasse now searching for another podium run. He is just a tick behind Tessier for the 4th spot. None of them, though, able to catch the 13 of Burns, who has 12 car lengths of separation between he and Josh Parsons as he hits 3 and turns off a 4 with 5 rotations to go this time by.
5 more circuits to go, and right now the battle is for that 4th position. Mason Tessier holding on to that, while the 11 of Vanasse Jr. works up top down into turn number 3. Side by side off of turn number 4. Chase Silvia sitting right behind him in 6th across the stripe.
But up front it is Jacob Burns leading the way into turn number 3. Josh Parsons 2nd. Jake Silvia is in 3rd. Trouble for a 1-car. Vanasse got a little crossed up. Able to gather it back in, but he lost a whole heck of a lot of track position in the process.
Great save by Vanasse. He drops back to the 8th position. Meanwhile, twin sticks in the air. Burns in control at the stripe, setting down. It's a turn number 1 and putting down qualifying laps around the 3rd mile. Field starting to stretch itself out as a white flag unfurls.
White flag will come out this time for Jacob Burns, who is going to pick up win number 6 on the 2025 season. Another fantastic podium run for Josh Parsons. Jake Silvia is in 3rd, but into 3 and off of 4.
Off the corner they come. Jacob Burns picks up another win in 2025. 2nd to Josh Parsons. 3rd going to the 118 of Jake Silvia, his best finish of the year. Jacob, congratulations. Once again, this car was on fire.
Yeah, for sure. We were struggling a bit in practice, but we're a little loose going into qualifying. We kept it the same. I didn't want to touch it, and it worked out for sure. So huge thanks to Nicholas Gola Racing. He gives me a badass car every time I come here, so huge thanks to him. Huge thanks to East Coast Towing Recovery, R&F Motors, Sporties for all their apparel, the whole Martin family, Seekonk Speedway for putting on a show.
You got to feel real confident. This car has been up front just about every week, and now with the chase upon us, winning opening night.
Yeah, for sure. This car's real good. I think it's only ever lost 1 race this whole year, and it was opening night when we first got it. So this thing is definitely the car I'll be running for the rest of the year, and yeah, this thing's fast.
Congratulations, great run. Welcome back to victory. Josh Parsons, I'm over here. Josh, a great run. I know usually your car is right on top, but man, that 13 was tough tonight.
Yeah, definitely. We had a little hiccup at the start trying to get through the field, but, you know, it's hard to keep up. Definitely. I think me and Jacob had the 2 fastest pistes, and, you know, can't thank Nicholas Gola enough for that. You know, every week we come here and, you know, can't thank Nicholas Gola enough for getting us up front every week.
Being able to work yourself through the field cleanly like you have all season long has got to be a real source of pride for you.
Definitely. It plays a big role in, you know, all the years I have in these things. And, you know, you see the young kids and they're hard charging. You just got to learn how to play them, know how they react, and just try and keep up with them. 2nd
place tonight, not a bad way to kick off the playoffs.
Absolutely not. You know, we normally get really, really bad luck on tonight, but, you know, can't hang our heads low over this.
Well, I know you got some people to thank.
Definitely want to thank Mom, Dad, Nicholas Gola Racing, the Leclerc family, especially Ty Leclerc, for coming out weekly, keeping the car tip-top shape. You know, all the friends and family that come out, Jay Parsons Trucking, G&G Silk Screening, Dyer Visual, and everybody else that chips in this year just to make sure that we got everything under wraps.
Under wraps it is. Congratulations. Great run for Sec. Been working this thing all year long trying to get up here, and how does this feel?
This is amazing. It's, you know, we put all the time and money into my little brother's car trying to give him a shot at one, and, you know, I finally figured my stuff out, I guess. I've got old tires on it. I wish I had something to chase the 13 in the 09, but, you know, I'm doing with what I got, and it's working out pretty good so far.
You got to feel real confident, though. You're finally getting up on the podium. You know you're that close to getting what you need, and you got a good direction on what you need to get it. What are the chances of seeing you carrying that checkered flag before the end of the year?
It's going to take at least a right rear tire, if not 2 rears. These guys have got plenty, and we just can't get them right now. So that's really it. The car's there. I got the crew behind me. We can put the time in on the shop, and, I mean, there's nothing else I need besides rubber.
Well, I know you got some people you want to thank.
Oh, yeah, of course. Obviously, my dad, my mom, my whole crew, Hector, Harmony, everybody, Chase, my grandfather. This one's for Uncle Lenny. He just passed recently. I haven't been up here since my Nana passed. So Nana Silvia, love you. Nana Cooper, everybody. It's been awesome. I got Misfit Productions on again this year. They've done great. MD Custom Diecast, they came on last few weeks. Awesome help getting us out here. So everybody else that's out here, you know, Flagman Graphics, can't thank him enough keeping the vinyl updated the way we go through it. So other than that, it's just, it takes a village to do this stuff. There's nothing else about it. So thank you guys.
Great run.